We had the peak of hurricane season yesterday, and statistically, 60% of activity in the Atlantic happens after September 10th. So when we get to the back half of September through the month of October, we have to watch all these little seedlings that could become tropical systems very carefully. Well, that next seedling that we're watching, it is a tropical wave. It's coming off the coast of Africa. You can actually see it on satellite imagery. You see the red blowing up there at the very last part of this satellite loop. That's the tropical wave, the thunderstorm activity that's going to be coming off the coast of Africa, moving across the main development region in the Atlantic, and then by late next week has a marginally conducive environment for some development. So that chance of development over the next 2 days is just 20%. The chance of development over the next 7 days is up to 30%. And in the month of September, we start to see a little change in where we're watching for tropical development. Of course, we see these tropical waves coming to the Leeward Islands, the Lesser Antilles, and then we can see them moving to the north. We can see them getting steered up into the Bahamas, but we can also see development in the Western Caribbean moving up into the Gulf. And this is one of those areas we see a lot more of the storms that form in late September and through October. You think of Helene last year, Milton as well. It's like these systems come up through the Gulf. So that's one area that we watch a lot more closely in the month of September. We'll see if that Yucatan Peninsula region, Bay of Campeche into the Western Caribbean Gulf starts to open up for business as we head into the end of the month. But so far, we've only had 6 named storms so far this year. Again, that hurricane season peaked yesterday. It runs all the way through November 30th, and the entire month of September and October, many years, is still very active. So you think, oh, we're past the peak, we got nothing coming up. That's not true. 60% of tropical activity happens after the peak of hurricane season. Let's just go through the names again. We've only had 6 named storms so far on the Atlantic Basin. Fernand was the last one. Of course, Aaron was our first and only hurricane so far this season. That became a Category 5. It did bring some erosion, gusty winds, a little bit of storm surge along the outer banks of North Carolina as well. That was really right before Labor Day weekend, about 3 weeks ago at this point. But now, as we look in the future, Gabriel is going to be the next name on the list, and then Umberto. If you're curious, the most commonly retired name or alphabet letter is actually the I letter, which this year is going to be Imelda. So that is kind of your tropics update for the day. Watching that one disturbance out in the eastern Atlantic coming off the coast of Africa, but for now, nothing of imminent concern.